Opposition parties have expressed dissatisfaction with the results released by the Electoral Commission, arguing that the entire electoral process lacked transparency and credibility. Nelson Agaba, the National Youth League coordinator for the Alliance for National Transformation and an agent for the party's presidential flag bearer, Gregory Mugisha Muntu, argues that the vote counting and verification processes were not transparent, raising legitimate concerns about the integrity of the final results.
They are just giving us a broad summary of the total votes in the sub-county and those who voted and the invalid and, of every candidate got these votes from that sub-county. That's not should be the case. What is supposed to be done is that you show, votes from a district, from a sub-county, from which parish, and from which polling station. So when I am unable to interact with the platform, the election portal, and to show me respective votes from particular respective polling stations, then there I have a concern to raise.
He adds that the Alliance for National Transformation will conduct a detailed analysis of the election results to determine its next course of action. Bruce Muhanji, the official agent of the National Peasants Party presidential flag bearer, Robert Kasibante, says the manner in which results were relayed reflects bias by the Electoral Commission and the entire electoral process.
And the seals are here.
Muhanji also expressed dissatisfaction with the polling process, highlighting that delays caused by biometric voter verification machines undermined trust in the election.
Regarding the electoral process, the biometric voter verification machines, when they were delivered here in Uganda, we tasked the Electoral Commission to make sure that it trains those going to use the machines. We asked them whether they had done due diligence with the company that was supplying these machines, and Electoral Commission confirmed to us that they were 100% sure that these machines are going to work. But at the time of voting, we were told that the machines are not working. What does that mean? It has a very big implication and a financial loss to the country, because 55 billion right now, 55 billion has been lost. And that is taxpayers' money. What does that mean also? It means that it is me and you and that peasant from Kaberamaido or Karamoja who is going to carry that burden of paying back.
He called for a comprehensive audit of the biometric machines and accountability for those responsible.
So we are tasking the Electoral Commission to give an explanation to the public why they caused that financial loss to the government of Uganda, why they spent the taxpayers' money, and at the end of the day, it did not do anything. If that loss was caused by an individual, that person should be held responsible as an individual to explain or pay back that money. Or if it is Electoral Commission as a whole, they should again also explain.
He further questioned the relevance of tallying at the National Tally Center, noting discrepancies between results on declaration forms and those transmitted through the Electoral Commission system. Muhanji says the party's analysis will guide its decision on whether to challenge the declared results.
Actually, in my opinion, it should not even be called the National Tally Center. It is a place where they are just telling us what they wish, because there is no tallying here. They are just doing the tallying in their secret rooms or seated somewhere. They do the tallying and they come here to tell us and give us what they have come up with.
Boniface Sanya, an agent of the Conservative Party, questioned the role of the National Tally Center. He called for clarity on how the final results were arrived at.
We as a Conservative Party, we don't agree with what Mr. Byabakama is doing. We only request him to do what the law said. The law said that we should tally results. I should bring my declaration form, he bring his, then we compare, we see whether the figures are the same. But he's just reading for us since Thursday. He's reading figures and he moves up to now.
Meanwhile, National Unit Platform Treasurer Benjamin Katana has described the declared results as fraudulent, arguing that they do not reflect what transpired at polling stations across the country. He says the outcome amounts to a subversion of the will of the people.
The figures they are presenting were preconceived. They have no relationship whatsoever with what transpired at the polling stations. We therefore find the process illegitimate, unlawful. We reject it and call upon the people of Uganda to equally reject it because it's a sham and is not a representation of what transpired. The citizens of Uganda have a right under Article 29 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda to lawfully and peacefully protest and demonstrate against the unfairness. And now that the unfairness has happened, we believe that they will exercise their right to express their displeasure with the illegitimate conduct of the Electoral Commission, but also to demand that the right results be declared and announced.
Opposition parties say they are still consulting and analyzing the process to determine their next steps. Only time will tell how the different political parties choose to pursue their grievances and whether the declared results will face legal or political challenges in the days ahead. Betty Mudondo, NTV.